It's the final day of 2018, and while we're slowly transitioning out of the holiday season and back into normal everyday life, Black Ops 4 is kind of doing the same thing. When we take a look at it, this week doesn't necessarily have a lot that is scheduled to happen because of the holidays and Treyarch being out of the office more than likely. But with a new year coming, we do have a lot of new potential for things coming up in the next week and next month as well to look out for within Black Ops 4. So today we're going to talk about 10 things to look out for this week in Black Ops 4, 5 of which are confirmed, 5 are a little more speculative, but also may lean more so on the is probable to happen or at least get more information out of the game and the surrounding community this upcoming week. So that said, let's just jump right into it. What we're going to talk about first is take advantage of double XP because today is the last day for a weekend of double XP. We usually end up seeing it wrap up on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but of course, as you watch this, it is still live and it's well past that time. So this was one of those rare exceptions where we go off into a Tuesday, and so therefore we end up having double XP until January 1st, that being tomorrow, the brand new year. So we end off 2018 right with a double XP weekend. You get double XP in multiplayer zombies and double merits in Blackout for those guys that are looking to take advantage of whatever game modes you're really grinding out right now. Now is the absolute best time to do it. Now, of course, you're probably going to be out with your friends or family celebrating the new year come tonight, but if you don't have any plans right after that and you just want to grind out, well, you have until 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the morning tomorrow. Additionally, on top of things ending tomorrow, what we'll end up seeing is the end of that 50% off tiers ending tomorrow. So for those guys that were interested in either buying tiers or buying anything in Blackjack shop, it's been 50% off since the weekend started, and so therefore that's going to end up at the same time tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, not a huge fan again of how this was introduced, or at least the timing of this, because many people bought things for twice the price of what it was discounted at, but it is what it is. But if you guys are looking to take advantage of anything in Blackjack shop, that's going to be half off until tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But talking about Blackjack shop and the items within the black market, those are of course going to refresh as they do every single Tuesday. It's going to refresh across the board. So as it stands for PlayStation 4, Ultimate's Takeo is going to be going away. The twice weekly items is going to get changed out as well, getting rid of the Zero outfit, the 5 elements emote, and the Cyclops reticle, which by the way, why is a reticle even in the shop? Like, really? I can't imagine anybody actually bought that, but why? And as well, the items in the special orders will be refreshing as well. So the Cypher reactive camo, that special order, you get a bunch of stuff for 0, but also at the end you get that Rampart reactive camo for completing the entire thing, and the Horned Viper Firebreak special order will be changing out as well. Now, a lot of these items are actually going to shift on to Xbox One and PC for users that did not get an opportunity to get those just yet on those platforms. They'll be making their way over shortly, but for PlayStation 4, we don't know exactly what's up next, but at least there's a little bit of a preview for Xbox One and PC users. The fourth thing on deck is more than likely a playlist reset that's going to be happening. We see those every single Tuesday. Your guess is as good as mine as to what the next featured playlist will be, but I'm hoping it's anything other than half off heist. I feel like this is something that's just been there for a long time now in front of me, and hasn't really enticed me all that much. That's just my personal preference. You guys may absolutely love half off heist, and that's totally fine, but we're more than likely going to be getting a playlist update as well, refreshing out, giving us a brand new featured playlist, and maybe something that may be even brand new to Black Ops 4. One thing that was supposedly leaked also was Capture the Flag on the COD companion app a couple of days ago, but we'll see if that actually is something that makes its way into Black Ops 4 or if it was just literally an error in publishing on the application. But that said, playlist update, that's going to be happening. And then as of Thursday, we'll see our final confirmed thing here up on deck for this week, that being the Christmas event ending on Thursday for Xbox One and PC. So you have a couple of days left still for those of you guys that haven't completed the tiers in the special event of the Contraband stream. There's a couple of things that are pretty cool. You get some emotes, you get some face paints, you get some other things along with that are Christmas themed. But ultimately, if you miss out, are you really missing out all that much? Not necessarily. There's not anything that is tremendously, I need to get this type of mentality out of that little Contraband stream for the Christmas event, but it is cool seasonal stuff that would be fun to have, and of course, you can check that off your list if you're a completionist and say, hey, I actually did that. So that's something that for Xbox One and PC users will be coming to a close on Thursday, so if you're missing out on the final items of the tiers, make sure you grind out the game enough to get towards those 20 tiers of the event. Now, moving over into some speculative stuff, there's a couple of things on deck that I think are quite possible we get some first initial information on as of this upcoming week, but even some of these still were guaranteed in January at some point. So whether it happens this week or next week or the week after, it's going to be very soon, so keep your eyes open for any information that may be coming out about it. That said though, first thing up on deck is League Play. We were told that it would be late 2018 initially whenever the game launched, or shortly before launch. We knew going into it that League Play wouldn't be shipping with the game in October, but then people thought it would be December. That was what we were told, and then it got moved back to early January of 2019. But that said, in less than 6 hours as of this video going live, it will be January 2019, so we can only hope to get some information on it. We don't know exactly what sort of ETA Treyarch has here for this, whether early January is the first week, the second week, or maybe moving over into the very most the 15th of January, because at that point you get into later January. But with it coming and being released as of the early portions of January, we've had absolutely no press or any sort of reveal here for this for an official date or anything we can expect, so maybe start to look out for some stuff coming as of this week. Additionally, we may have some more information coming soon about the next content drop within Black Ops 4. And this is interesting to me because January is a big question mark in terms of what content we'll be getting. The current operation of Operation Absolute Zero rolls over into February, but we're not going to have any sort of refresh for that until next month. Yes, we have League Play coming at some point, but outside of that, there's nothing that's really guaranteed per se like we've had in previous months. We had Operation First Strike kick off October as the content added in there. We have Blackjack Shop added in October, a little bit after launch. Then in November, we had Nuketown given to us. December was Seaside Sunset, Firing Range Night, the Black Ops Pass content of Madagascar and Elevation, along with Dead of the Night. Plus, we got Zero and Operation Absolute Zero. So with every single month already being filled out with some sort of content drop, January is probably going to be the same exact way, but we just have no idea what that will be. We know that Treyarch are looking to make this the most updated game of the franchise's history, and that means dripping content to players more frequently. And it even started all the way back as of pre-launch when the Black Ops Pass was first initially announced. It would have content given to us not in massive map packs like we've had previously, where there are 4 sections of the year that drop multiple maps and all kinds of stuff with that, but instead we'd have a more frequent updated game and a more frequent content drip. So we thought with 12 maps, the Black Ops Pass, that we'd get 1 per month per se, and then that would fill out the year 1 of support for Black Ops 4. But with that not really happening, it's now kind of shifted to Black Ops Pass content potentially coming every other month, because October, obviously, we had launch that was halfway through the month as is. November, we ended up getting a free map that was given to everybody. December, we had some free maps as well, but we also had that Black Ops Pass content. So 2 months after, so therefore January might be another free map, and then February is more Black Ops Pass content. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, but I can't imagine that January is a sort of blank and barren month for content. So probably going to be getting some stuff with that, and I would expect a little bit of information on that coming up very soon. Then next thing up on deck I want to talk about, and I'm hoping this gets fixed out as soon as possible, the earlier the better, is the Xbox One X Blackout crash fixes. Something coming to that. Treyarch said they are investigating it, they are looking into it, so hopefully a fix is deployed as soon as possible. But for those guys that may be on PS4 and don't really have any idea as to what this is, or you're on Xbox One X and you just want some confirmation that people do know about this, is that you end up going into Blackout matches while playing on Xbox One X, and anywhere in the top 15, your game could just instantaneously freeze, and you would obviously get no progression towards that match. It would just kick you out, the game would crash, and therefore you're kind of left a little bewildered that you had maybe a very good game on your hands just gone and wasted time. But the interesting part is this isn't something that happens rarely. This has been happening on a very frequent basis, and I've seen so many posts about it, so it's nice that it's at least being acknowledged by Treyarch at the very least, but I'm hoping that a fix is deployed maybe even as of tomorrow. We see title updates go out on Tuesday, maybe we end up seeing one happen there for Black Ops 4 tomorrow. Maybe that fixes it then. But the final 2 things I want to talk about deal with a little bit with Blackout that are very speculative and are things that honestly I don't know if they'll happen as of yet, but I'm hoping they are. That being some, firstly, Blackout camo adjustments. We end up seeing that we had camos added in via the armory as of a recent update, which is absolutely awesome. We get to customize our weapons and utilize customization a little further outside of just character customization on uniforms that we don't really see all that much. But with camos, players probably immediately noticed that you had no access to gold, diamond, or dark matter, probably the most grind-worthy things that you want to show off within Blackout while using camos. And also, where there was a slight redesign with the reactive camos in multiplayer, where if you had a gold weapon, you could place any reactive camo on that. That sort of thing didn't apply to Blackout as well, and probably just because well, there is no gold for that baseline to be added in. So you could have your reactive camos for their respective weapons, but not transfer them onto anything else. But these restrictions are seemingly out of nowhere and nobody really knows why they're not added in, so I'm hoping that gold, diamond, and dark matter and subsequently then the reactive camo changes get added in, but we don't have any indication as to if this will and when that may happen. And the final thing I want to talk about again is rather speculative, but that dealing with the Blackout Echelon increase. This was mentioned a while back, but nothing ever came of it. It was mentioned at the same time that camos and Blackout private matches would be added in, both of those obviously being in the game currently, but the Echelon increase is not. However, that delay is probably necessary. We never had anything initially planned for an Echelon increase, and if you look back at all the interviews with Vaughn about Blackout, he was completely firm that 80 was going to be the highest rank you'd go to and that there was zero intention of raising it. But because of the community feedback and people seemingly loving the mode for those players that do, it makes sense for them to adjust and make more of this, because I don't know if they had really anticipated everybody getting to rank 80, or at least a lot of players getting to rank 80 in Echelon Prestige as fast as they did. So increasing that rank is definitely something that's worthwhile, but the delay is more than likely caused by making more rewards like skins and what else may be a part of it, and maybe they end up designing an entire prestige system, because that'd be insane, though I don't think that's as likely, but there's still a lot of things that go along with the design of the rewards and things that come along with it. So that's more than likely the reason why we've had a delay, but I'd be delighted if we end up seeing some information come out about this, because it's been a couple of weeks to maybe a month and a half now at this point, as for whenever it was first initially announced. That said, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. That's 10 things to look out for this week in Black Ops 4, starting the new year off with a lot of things to be optimistic for about the game, and maybe to look out for as some things you want to take part in. But that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Is there anything you want to add to this list, or maybe subtract, whatever it may be? Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 4, multiplayer, Blackout, zombies. We got you covered the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, things to look out for, all that good stuff. We got you covered here on the channel. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected from outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. Well, that's it. Now, thank you guys all so much for watching. Have an absolutely fantastic new year. Celebrate with your friends, family, whoever you may love, and see you guys next year. Take care and peace.